Hey, good morning, Chem 1110 students. This is Dr. Patton and drinking coffee. We're introducing you guys to the Gen Chem class, and today we're going to go over the syllabus and some of the policies and our lecture schedule that's tentatively set. And I'll try to answer some questions that people have sent me, and let's get on with it. So, first thing we're going to be discussing today is our syllabus. So you want to make sure you have a copy with it. If you see this brown spot, that's my cat. So our cat, there he is right here, is Alexander. So might want to have a copy of the syllabus available as we go through it. So if you can do that, you can, good idea. Alexander's his name. So my name is Dr. James F. Patton. A little bit about me, I'm from Pittsburgh. Went to the University of Pittsburgh and got my chemistry degree there. I was passionate about it, and I can try to make you guys passionate about it too. It's really an interesting topic, and we're going to try to make it as fun and a learning experience for you in this difficult time. So we're going to do the best we can, give you the best experience. If you want to contact me for any question that you may have, there's my coffee mug with the cat on it. Best way to contact me is through my email. It's posted on the syllabus. I will get back within 24 hours. Weekends might be a little longer just because I'm not always around on the weekends. Topic that I really wanted to focus on is my office hours. The office hours that I'll be conducting this semester will be through a Zoom meeting. Now, a Zoom meeting is similar to what we're doing now. You'll have your computer, I'll have my computer, but it'll be an interactive meeting. I have times set up for you. These are Eastern times. These are the times that are in Chattanooga. The hours and days are going to be Mondays, 11 a.m. until 1 p.m., Wednesdays, 11 a.m. till 12 p.m., and also on Wednesdays from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. Each of these, I have the address, what you'll log into. I'll be sitting by my computer during these times, most likely in my office, and just come in and ask questions. Questions are good. Never be afraid to ask a question. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Any question that you don't understand, I'll answer it for you. Or if it's something that I can't answer, I won't answer homework problems, specifically. But if you come to me into my office hours and you have a question about a topic in your homework, we'll find a problem that's similar in the textbook and go through it. That's usually my approach. If any of these times are not convenient for you, well, send me an email and we'll set up another time to have a Zoom meeting with you. Done. Coffee's done. Good. Our course meeting is going to be asynchronous, and what that means is that I'm going to post videos such as this. These are YouTube videos. I like YouTube. Pretty good resolution. They give really nice video. And I'll be posting the materials in this format through a YouTube video by 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Canvas. So this is posted for our first day, August 17th. Oftentimes, I may do one long lecture. This is going to be probably long one since I'm going over the syllabus and policies. Sometimes I will post a two-part lecture. Maybe 25 minutes on one topic and 25 minutes on a topic that's related to it. That's because sometimes chemistry can get a little hard to focus watching a video about chemistry. So I oftentimes will split them up. You don't. If you see part one, then you know there's a part two coming. Many of you, or if not all of you, are also taking the lab course, Chem 1110 Lab. I wanted to stress that this is a separate course. It's graded separately. The grade you get in the lab does not affect the grade that you're going to get in the lecture. So just know that these are two separate courses. You are graded separately. On the syllabus, there's a list of general education requirements that are imposed by the university. They're very general. Any Gen Chem class, any general education class will have these same general education statement, student learning outcomes. Now, the student learning outcomes that I'm going to focus on are on the second page, and these are our departmental. So these really are, these get at the topics that we really want you to understand. There's only about 10 of them on there. And these are really important topics for Gen Chem students. When they leave Gen Chem, these are the topics that a year later someone might ask you a question about. And these are what we want you to retain. These are really important, these 10 topics. And there are subtopics that are related to these. And I think it's important to read these. These are really important as you prepare for the final exam, topics that we are focusing on. I've also, and I'll discuss it a little more in detail, I've created a student learning outcome survey. And the survey goes into these questions, these topics, and some more detail about some of these topics. And it's a survey that I'm giving you, that there's no wrong or right answer on the survey. You'll either look at a question and it'll say, this topic's not difficult, this topic is difficult, I've never encountered this topic. Just answer it. It's worth 5 points. So it is a survey that'll help you understand a little bit about what we expect in terms of the material. And it helps me so I can plan better how I'm going to treat the information that I'm going to be preparing for you, how much time we're going to spend. So survey is real important. Be as honest, just be honest on it. Just be as honest as possible. If you don't understand a topic, just say, I don't. It's that easy. I'm not grading it. It's not graded like, oh, you don't know this, you're going to lose points. It's going to help me prepare you for the course and help me prepare the course. Required course materials. This is the topic that I've just sent a message about on my announcement board. It's our textbook. Currently, the textbook is on back order in the bookstore. So there's actually 3 options for the textbook, and I'm going to discuss each of them a little bit briefly. The textbook that we're using is called Chemistry, Structure, and Properties, and it's actually 2nd edition, and it's by author named Navaldo Tro. Good book. I actually have used this several times now. Like it. Really good book. Now, when you go into the bookstore, if you're going to go through the bookstore, it's not available. There's going to be some options there at the bookstore itself. There's going to be a shelf that has a loose leaf version. Now, the loose leaf version is cheaper. It has less number of chapters. It's only designed for students if you're only taking the first semester. It has all the material that we're covering in that particular bundle. Now, since it's not available, it's on back order, you can go in there, make your purchase, keep your receipt, and make sure that the clerk or whoever's waiting on you gives you a code that goes along with your purchase. Now, the code is important. It's a card that's going to have a scratch-off set of numbers on it that you're going to use on Canvas, and I have a document posted on there on how to go through My Lab Mastering, and you're going to enter that code, and that's going to give you access to your online homework, and it also will give you access to an electronic version of the complete textbook. So that's a good resource to use until the textbooks are in. Another option that some people may decide on is to get a copy of the textbook at the bookstore when it's available, or buy it used from a friend. This is the textbook right here if you're buying it. That's what it looks like. If you're buying the textbook at the store, it'll be on the shelf, and this is what it's going to look like when it's available. If you buy it used from somebody, this is the book that you want. Make sure you see that. Second edition. Now, if you go to the bookstore and it's not there, again, get your access code and access the e-text for the time being. If you buy it used from somebody, or if you rent it, there are rentals available. You have to go and purchase an access code because you need the access code for your homework. And in some cases, people will need it for the e-text. You can actually purchase the access code directly through Canvas through the MyLab Mastering link. So those are some options for you. Another option that some people may want to use is to simply purchase the access code and use the e-text all semester. Again, if money's an issue, that might be an option that you want to look into. Also, if money is an issue, there is a free 2-week trial that will allow you to get on board with your homework. It'll give you access to the e-textbook, and within 2 weeks, you will have to purchase any work that you do through the homework section. It'll be maintained and it'll carry over after you make your purchase complete. Now, when you buy the book, you get your access code, you register. I would do it as soon as possible because I'm going to talk about the deadlines for the homework. If you wait till the day before the homework are due and you can't get your access code to work for whatever reason, you're going to miss your homework and it's going to be late or it's not going to be turned in at all. You don't want to do that. So the online homework itself is offered through the MyLab link, and it's called Modified Mastering Chemistry. So if you get an access code, make sure it's for Modified Mastering, and you need to get it either at the bookstore or you can get it through Canvas, regardless of the textbook options that you use. If you have any questions, please contact me. Okay. You're going to need a computer. You're going to need to know how to use your computer. Okay, Alexander, you got to, here he goes. He's going down. Okay. You're going to need to know how to use your computer. I mean, most people probably, if they own one, they probably know how to use it. But whatever, if you've got a new computer, make sure you know how to use it. If you need support for the technology that we are using, one resource is the UTC help desk. So I have the email address for that. Contact them. Another good resource for any type of student technology issues is the Walker Center. Very helpful people. They helped me in one day. They got things ready for me. So I know with people coming on, people in being involved in coursework now, I won't say on campus because most people probably won't be. They're probably going to be flooded with requests. The time factor might be a little slower now that there's everybody coming back to school. Next thing I want to talk about is how you're going to be graded. How do we assess you? How do you get the grade that you are hoping to get in this course? And the way we assess you is kind of the way I guess they've been doing it in chemistry for a long time. We're going to give you some exams. They're going to be 3 what I call chapter exams. These are exams during the middle of the semester. There will be 3 of them, and they're each worth 100 points. And I will post, and I've already have it on the schedule, the chapters that will be associated with each of those exams. There will also be a final exam too, which is worth 100 points, and it's comprehensive. It covers all the material that we went over throughout the semester. These exams will be offered on Canvas, and I have a schedule of the days that they're offered, and we will be discussing that in a little bit. And I'll also keep you informed as to the mode of the exam being offered, whether it's going to be offered through Proctorio or some other type of software that guarantees the honor code is going to be upheld. If you miss the exam, okay, if you miss the exam and there's no excuse, well, I can't really help you. If you miss the exam, you don't take it on the day that it's opened, get a 0. So you don't want to miss the exam. If you know, and I have the dates that the exams are going to be posted, or the exams are going to be conducted, if you know ahead of time that you're not going to be available, whether it be for, I have people that go on military duty, and my exams are on Friday. Some people leave Thursday night or Friday before the exam is opened. You go on military duty. I need a letter from your superior, whether it be a drill sergeant or whatever. If you become ill or you become sick or you're in an accident, you need to contact me. If it's an accident, I need a report from the emergency room or police report that there was an accident. I won't find out what your medical condition is. All I need to know is that you were incapacitated on that day and you weren't able to take the exam. In those events, we'll schedule another time. I'll work with you. So you need documentation. That's the idea. You miss an exam, there's no reason why. It's a 0. Sorry. You forgot. Hey, I got dates posted. I'm going to have, it's on your calendar. I put these all on the calendar for the course. That's another resource for seeing my office hours, deadlines for different material on the course calendar that you all have available to you. And I will keep that updated. If I miss something, let me know. So once again, documentation needs to be sent to me through an email if you're going to miss an exam day. Final exam, it's a little different because we're coming towards the end of the semester. If you miss the final exam, well, you need an excuse again. It needs to be documented. If we can get you the final exam before grades are due, okay, that's fine if it's documented. If it's not documented, you just forgot about it. Some people forget. If you forget there's a final and you don't take it, well, missing the final results in an F for the course. Even if you had an A, if you miss the final, you get an F. Don't miss the final exam. Take it. I mean, if you have an A and you're like, I didn't study, take it so you'll get a grade in the course other than an F. If you need to miss the final, once again, I need documentation as to why you're going to miss, or if there was an emergency, why you were not available to take the exam. In that event, if we can straighten things out before grades are due, you can take it at a later time. If things happen where you can't take the exam by the time grades are due, I will offer you an incomplete, and I will let you take the exam at a later time. And I will change the grade to whatever grade you have earned based upon your final exam score and all the other material that you have. So if you have any questions on exams, contact me. As I mentioned earlier, there will be online homework. The online homework, there will be 9 assignments, and each of them are worth 10 points. And I'll have deadlines. I have that on my course lecture schedule already posted. So I broke down the points that are being offered to you for this semester. It's on the syllabus. There are 3 chapter exams, each worth 100 points. That's 300. Homework is worth a total of 90. I have a syllabus quiz and a student learning outcomes survey. Each of those are worth 5 points. And I have a final exam worth 100. That's a total of 500 points for the entire course. I have a grading scale based upon what the points that you need for the grade that you desire. Make sure you look over that. I think there's a question about that on the syllabus quiz. The exams are going to be conducted through Canvas, and you'll be getting your answers probably the next day. You'll get your results that day. And normally I'll post the the answers the following day. If you send me an email, I will try to get back to you within 24 hours, except for the weekends. Okay, late homework. That's another issue. I have students that miss deadlines. The homework will be open on a certain day and it will close on a certain day. If on that certain day you did not turn in your homework by the deadline, it will be closed. You have to send me an email. You have to say, Dr. Patton, I missed the deadline. I will reopen it for you for 3 days. If you don't do it within 3 days, you get a 0. For each day after you contact me and I open it, you lose 1 point, 10% of the possible number of points for that exercise. And since they're all worth 10 points, you lose 1 point for each day up to 3 days. So after third day, it's not worth anything. You get a 0. So make sure you meet the deadline. If you don't, you have to contact me and we'll open it for you. Honor code, you might want to look through. You should read the student handbook. The exams will be offered through Canvas. I am currently researching different programs to ensure that the honor code is upheld. At the end of the semester, there will be a course evaluation in which you'll answer questions about me. You'll make comments about how the course was conducted. I highly encourage you to go and fill out the survey, the course learning evaluation at the end of the semester when it's open. I don't see the results until after I post your grades. So it doesn't influence what I think of you, and they're anonymous, so I don't know who's saying what. So you can say whatever you want about the course at the end of the semester. I have on the syllabus a tentative dates for our exams, more detailed on the course lecture schedule. The exams are all set for Fridays. Exam 1 is Friday, September 18th. And I have the date for exam 2 as October 16th, which is a Friday. Exam 3 is Friday, November 13th. And the final exam is Friday, December 4th. Now, I put these dates on here now, so if you know of a conflict that's going to happen, that you won't be able to take the exam, contact me as soon as possible with documentation as to why you cannot take the exam on that day. Now, the exams will be offered through Canvas. They'll be opened on that day for a 1-hour period. These are 1-hour exams. And again, we're going to strictly enforce the honor code by using some type of software that will let us know if there's any evidence that the honor code is not being upheld. Communication is important. Send me an email in the event of anything that comes up. You'll need a calculator. The type of calculator you're going to need is going to be a simple, it doesn't have to be graphing. If you're going to be taking the second semester of Gen Chem 1120, you need a calculator that can do log functions. Bookstore, they do have a policy where they'll price match. If you find a textbook that's cheaper, you should go and talk to the bookstore or contact them through email. I wouldn't go there now with what's happening. Contact them about their policy for price matching, and hopefully you can get something at a reduced price. There is a statement for student accommodations. Now, accommodations are for students that have any kind of disability. The disability itself is anonymous. I do not find out what your disability is. The DRC, the Disability Resource Center, evaluates your case. They determine what type of accommodations need to be made. And all I do is I get a list of your accommodations and I abide by them. Confidentiality in terms of why. So if you have any kind of disability, you need to contact them first day. Their address is on the syllabus. Their website and also their email address and their phone number. You need to do this yourself. You need to contact them and let them know, and they'll go through the process with you. So make sure you go through any accommodations at the beginning of the semester. Now, we are facing a pandemic, and I do have topics related to COVID absences. Now our course is asynchronous online, so a lot of the information that you're getting from other classes are situations in which you'll be face-to-face. Since we're online, essentially, I need to be informed if you're going to be missing the class due to a COVID absence, illness, or whatever. If that's the case, I'll work with you. We'll do whatever we can to make sure that you can pass the semester during this semester, if possible. If not, once again, we can offer other alternatives so that you don't need to take the class completely over again. As I said before, an incomplete can be offered, and you'll take the portion of the class that you did not complete at a later time. I will change the grade then based upon your overall performance. So that's basically our syllabus. We did it within a half an hour. What I plan to do is to begin Chapter E in my next YouTube, and hopefully I will be posting that on Monday. I'll have a second session. It'll be about a 20-minute video on Section E2, so that's what you want to read. I have a PowerPoint that'll also discuss briefly what we went over in this video, but this is probably a better resource for everything that we're going over. Make sure you get your textbook. Make sure you read it. Oh, I did forget the last topic. I said I'd go over it. Okay, got a couple minutes. That's the lecture schedule. So this is the other document. It's a nice table I created. Tentative lecture schedule that gives you, again, the title of the textbook. It breaks down the course into weekly events on this schedule. Also, the deadlines are posted on your personal calendar that I've updated. So week 1 is August 17th. Today we went over our syllabus and our introduction. And what I plan to do on Wednesday and Friday is to go into the essentials chapter. It's the very first chapter in here. We'll cover topics that involve solving problems, dealing with units, scientific notation, and significant figures. So there's also a section on the appendix that we'll be discussing on how to write numbers in scientific notation. It goes through each weekly event, the chapters that you need to read, and also on the far right side, it starts to list our homework deadlines. So these are the deadlines for when the MyLab Mastering online homework are due. Chapter E is due Thursday, September 3rd. Chapter 1, Thursday, September 10th. Chapter 2, Thursday, September 17th. I scheduled these for Thursday. Some people find that better when they're always due on the same day. So I think students like that. Thursdays, I got some homework to take care of. And for the first one, you don't want to wait till the second or the third to start doing it. You want to register and maybe start looking at it and make sure you can navigate through the online homework. On the topics that we're covering, I do have the week of the exam in the topics section. And at the bottom of the page, I also have the exam dates listed once again. And I also have the syllabus and the student quiz and the student learning outcomes survey. Those are due Monday, August 24th. I have those due early because I want you to read the syllabus and I want to get feedback on your student learning outcomes survey so I can conduct myself in a fashion that will meet what people need to succeed in the course. So if you notice, once again, on the chapter sections, we're covering E up through chapter 8, 6, and 7. I also have listed there together. 6 only has 2 sections. 6 is a very brief chapter. 7's pretty beefy. I put them both together into one homework assignment. Chapter 8 is November 12th. We don't cover Chapter 9. Chapter 9 is a topic of thermochemistry that we let for Chem 1120 if you're taking that. So that's the schedule. I would definitely start reading these sections that I have listed here for Chapter E. So we come to our next video, you'll be prepared. I'm also looking at some other resources. The textbook itself gives me instructor resources that gives videos on problem-solving strategies. A lot of problems in chemistry involve just some simple math, some algebra in most cases. We'll make sure that everybody gets all the information that's needed. And again, as I said, send me an email if you have any questions. Hey, wash your hands. Peace out. Have a great first day of classes and be safe.